You look at this and see an old brick your rich uncle drove back in the 80s. Funny how nostalgia works, right? What used to be yuppie trash has become the holy grail of rear-wheel drive. Don't get fooled by that smell of gas mixed with old plastic. When you sit in here, the cracked dash, because it will be cracked, that's the law, stops mattering. The steering doesn't help you out, it talks to you. It's pure mechanics, unfiltered, with no electronic nannies to save your skin if you mess up in a corner. Everyone calls it God's chariot, but God doesn't charge that much for a water pump that blows up out of nowhere. It's a toxic relationship, you know? You blow your rent money fixing oil leaks and suspension, but on that first downshift, with the engine screaming, you forget you're broke. It's the kind of addiction that destroys your bank account but heals your soul. At the end of the day, it's not about top speed, it's about style and that constant fear of breaking down, which makes you feel more alive than any brand new car. Here at RW Motors, we respect the history, but we prefer the scars. If you think old school cars are just meant to sit in the garage collecting dust, so get a load of the rival looking for a fight. You look at it and think it's a taxi cosplaying as a spaceship. Some folks think it's ugly, some don't even get it. But anyone laughing at that wing usually eats dust before grabbing second gear. Everyone loves to run their mouth saying a Mercedes is a tank, and it is until the self-leveling suspension starts leaking and the repair bill looks like a phone number. But then you fire it up. That Cosworth engine wakes up pissed off, revving to the moon, and the shop bill becomes just a detail. The dogleg gearbox with first gear back separates the real drivers from the steering wheel holders. It's raw, it's stiff, ain't no grandpa comfort here. The car dares you the whole time. That boxy look with the flared fenders isn't for show, it's war scars from the DTM. You throw it into a corner thinking you're over the limit, and it begs for more throttle. It's addictive and dangerous for your wallet. It ain't a pretty car to everyone. It's a precision tool disguised as a family sedan. Whoever keeps one of these in the garage doesn't just have money, they've got an obsession for the fight. Here at RW Motors, we know respect is earned on the track, not in a brochure. If the idea of taming a classic like this makes you nervous, so forget the grease and come see what real power looks like. Sometimes money just refuses to be humble. You look at this thing and you know instantly the game is leveled up. It ain't about speeding, it's about effortlessly humiliating whoever's next to you. Check out the size of that chrome grille. Looks like it's gonna suck the entire planet's air right into the engine. A lot of folks on the street turn up their noses saying it's just a fancied up GLS with a steep price tag. They got no clue. Open the back door. The running board drops down automatically just for you to step up. Inside, there's no traffic noise, no potholes, no real-world problems. It's a vault wrapped in Napa leather. And it's got that bounce mode, right? The active suspension that makes the car dance while stopped at a red light. That's for people with money to burn just waiting to waste tires. The V8 pushes this living room around like it weighs nothing, and the gas mileage? Well, if you have to ask about MPG, you don't belong here. It is pure ignorance on four wheels. This ain't transportation, buddy. It's a monument of metal and ego. You don't park something like this. You dock the ship and wait for the valet to come running. Luxury at this level is just unfair. Who's ready for the back seat? This is RW Motors. Forget the chauffeur. Now we're talking nostalgia and grease. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I missed the hell out of the days when this was just a cheap old beater. Today, you look at it and see an investment. I see the late nights awake in the shop. It's the Type X, the holy grail of the S chassis, right? Everyone drools over those taillights, the so-called kooky. But chill out a bit. Underneath all that style, it's still a 90s Nissan. The plastic trim rattles more than an old man's knee, and the engine, that SR20 blacktop, it's a legend, but it's sensitive. If you slip up on the oil, the rocker arm goes flying. You hear a tick-tick in the head, and your wallet already hurts. But the smell of burnt rubber, that's its perfume. Today, people treat it like a jewel, waxing it every Sunday just for photos. That's wrong. This car begs to go sideways. It hates going straight. It's light, tail-happy, totally treacherous in the rain. That's what gets us hooked. It's not about finishing first in the straight. It's about the angle you can throw before kissing the wall. It's raw, it's loud, and it challenges you. And those pop-up headlights rising up in front of you? Respect the history. It's not for shaky hands. If you want comfort, buy a couch. If you want to sweat bullets and step out laughing like a maniac, this is the one. The Last Samurai, the garage of legends. RW Motors. You got the skills to hold it, or are you gonna spin out? Now, if you want raw brutality, face this monster. You think you can drive? Seriously? Because this thing doesn't give a damn about your little Sunday driver course. It looks at you and laughs. If you step wrong, you're a statistic before the next corner. The ZL1 with the 1LE package isn't a cruiser. Forget comfort, forget massages. Your spine is on its own. But that's the point, right? Some folks buy it for the pictures, but when that LT4 V8 supercharger starts screaming, your legs start shaking on its own. The gearbox forces you to work seriously. The stock tires, they act like gum when they heat up, but if a drop of rain falls, buddy, you pray. It's a track monster loose on the street, just looking for a fight. Everyone respects that giant carbon fiber rear wing, but few have the guts to take this beast to the real limit, because its limit is way past your sanity. It's pure violence. It's not for those who like cute cars, it's for those who like mechanical aggression. If you're scared, don't even touch the key. It smells fear. Brutality doesn't ask for permission. So, you got the hands or just the talk? This is RW Motors. Now, if you prefer a legendary beef, check this out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I always said I didn't pick sides in this fight. Said they were just two old Germans fighting over asphalt. But man, looking closely today, the lie is over. On one side, you got this Batmobile in a suit, the 190E Evo II. Look at that rear wing. Looks like rice or overkill, but it's pure engineering to glue it to the ground. On the other, the E30, the sacred box, flared fenders, that dry metallic rasp that chills your soul. Everyone repeats that Mercedes is better than BMW. Bullshit. They both break you the same. The Mercedes suspension is a financial nightmare to fix, and the BMW, well, finding one without chassis cracks or hidden rust is asking for a miracle. In the Mercedes, you're piloting an antique war computer. In the BMW, you smell gas, oil, and danger. It's choosing between being the classy villain or the suicidal pilot. At the end of the day, forget the spec sheet. Nobody buys these cars for lap times anymore. You buy the rivalry. You choose which legend is going to empty your wallet while you smile. Here at RW Motors, we know that a real legend costs money and brings headaches if you tremble just thinking about the maintenance.
I called the match, but you decide the score. Mercedes brutality or BMW purity? Duke it out in the comments. Next week, fresh monsters leave the cage. Dismissed.